Welcome back. Heading back to the schedule for main stage, we would like to invite our speaker on stage, Ricky Lau. Ricky Lau is the Chief Revenue Officer of EventXtra, a corporate event management software as a service SaaS platform that serves top-tier companies like Apple, Microsoft, Alibaba, Cloud Expo, SPH Singapore, Red Expo Japan, etc. He is responsible for driving the sales and strategic growth of EventXtra's operations in the different countries markets such as Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, and the United States, etc. Prior to joining EventXtra, Ricky was the Regional Vice President of Blackline, and he has more than 20 years of experience in the IT industry, business development, and sales management. His expertise lies in solutions in the all different software as service SaaS solution and big data. Ricky is also a certified management accountant who graduated from the Institute of Certified Management Accountants ICMA in Australia. He regularly speaks at public events, including to students at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University and City University of Hong Kong, sharing SaaS solutions and big data knowledge with their students. Today, Ricky's sharing is titled Hybrid Event Best Practices and Case Studies. 2020 is the most challenging year for the event industry. While in-person meeting is not possible, knowing how to host a successful event has never been more mission critical. EventXtra has achieved 300% growth in revenue in Q2 2020 and helped event organizers transform from offline proceedings to virtual events. The webinar aims to share the practical solutions that event organizers can consider and adopt during the pandemic period. Speaker will be sharing on how to move the physical events online and the things to be aware of. Audience will also have the early access to experience EventXtra virtual platform at first hand. Ricky, please.
Hi everyone, welcome to my section virtually. My name is Ricky, come from EventXtra. And who is EventXtra? EventXtra is one of the all-in-one event management solution for both physical event and virtual event. And I believe when we're talking about the event, most of the people will feel very struggling in the past half year. And of course, it's due to the pandemic issue. And this is exactly what we are trying to share to all of you, and hope that can help you to have a better planning on your coming event. So before my sharing, maybe I can give you some idea on what we captured at eventmanagerblog.com at April this year. At that moment, most of the people have some forecast that is most of the event is unlikely happen, or even though happen, the risk is really high due to the pandemic issue from April to September. And at that moment, people forecast that, okay, most likely you can resume some of your event start from October or even though next year. So now it's September, right? And I believe the forecast is quite matched with what the current situation, because they still have a lot of unrest situation happening. Some country recovered, but the third wave is coming back. So seriously, most of our customer also shift their physical event to virtual event, and I can say it's over 90%. And people also asking us, okay, what do you think about the coming futures? Is this everyone will only for virtual event, or after the pandemic gone and people will forget the virtual event and only focus to physical event again? My answer is yes or no. Yes is, of course, when the pandemic gone, the physical event will coming back. But what's the no is, I don't think people will forget the virtual event, because during that period, I believe most of the people learn the lesson. And the key thing is, whatever event we are going to organize, we need to have a plan B, because you never know what's going to happen in coming 3 months, 6 months, something like that. So I think my answer is, the reality of tomorrow is hybrid event. That means the people will organize a physical event together with virtual event, and just like what you see in the slide, because again, due to the people cannot predict what is going to happen in coming futures. Okay, I give you one example. I still remember when we stepped in the June, okay, at Hong Kong. I still remember they have over 20 days have no new confirmed case in Hong Kong. And people start to try, we organize resume the physical event, and some of our customers telling us, hey, it's fine. I don't think we need virtual because the situation getting well and we will go back to physical event again. But step in July, okay, I remember from few confirmed case to over 100 is only in 7 days. And after that, people start to need to postpone or cancel their physical event again and consider for the virtual event again. So what I want to say is this is the one of the reasons why we need hybrid. That means we need to have a plan B. Whatever the situation getting worse or well, we have both, I mean physical and virtual, and make sure that our event don't need to postpone and cancel again. So I think this is one of the tips from us to all of you. We need to have a plan B. So if you're talking about the hybrid event, so any tips or best practices we can share. This is one of our key topic by today. We have 5 best practice for all of you to organize your coming event. So first of all, if you're talking about physical event, most of the people will quite familiar on their preparation, rehearsal, all the speaker need to have a rehearsal before the event, and all the helper, audio, technical things will well prepared before any speaker go on the stage. But for the virtual, I don't know why, people will not really pay attention on the rehearsal or preparation. Don't forget that, okay? Our event go for virtual. Most of the speaker maybe join the event virtually, or they are not in the on-site, in the overseas. So this is one of the key things we need to make sure is no one will help the speaker to settle all the technical things. So this is one of the very key things we need to bear in mind. We need to have an extra rehearsal to make sure all your speaker can join your event virtually in a very, very smooth way. Okay, we need to make sure that they fully understand the technical work is well prepared for all the speaker. This is one of the very good example. This is one of the partner in Philippines. We are helping them to doing the press conference for their virtual event in Philippines. Okay, so during the preparation, we find that most of the speaker, okay, of course, they're familiar on their product, their trade show, the contents, but they're not really familiar on that live streaming tools. So we spend a lot of extra effort to well prepare them to make sure that okay they well understand all the technical things, like when when they can put mail, when they can show the video, how they can show the face, when they will need to come back to turn on the video again during the Q&A section, etc., etc. So I think this is a very good lesson learned from us. Okay, to make sure that you cannot assume all the speaker they fully understand the technical function in live streaming tools. But one of the key thing is because we have a lot of extra preparation for that press conference. At the end of the day, the turnout is really smooth. Okay, all the speaker can show their face, no echo, know when we need to mute the mic, and the information from them is after the press con, they have a lot of their customer confirm their virtual proof. So I think this is a very good lesson learned from that event. And the tips for all of you is make sure that we have extra preparation and rehearsal, whatever physical or virtual event. The second one is timing the event. I think that okay, in the physical one, most of the section, okay, the keynotes or big load section will like like a 30-minute or 40-minute maximum. Don't forget all the people in the conference room and will not be able to, easier to go in and out, and most of the people is easier focus in physical environment. But in a virtual, because people will pick out their phone in and out, go to the washroom. So we need to consider to don't make the section too long, okay, and make sure that they can focus on that section within 20 or 50 minutes. So this is a very good example I would like to show you. One of our customer called Palo Alto, they are one of the very famous brand for cybersecurity. And this is one of the agenda for their solution day. And you can see most of their breakout section is only 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or even though 10 minutes. And the turnout from that event is most of the attending or visitor really can focus on their section, okay, based on some of the analytic after the event. So the tips for all of you guys is when you're trying to organize an event for hybrid situation, don't only focus on or don't just copy what the agenda from physical event to virtual one. We need to consider, okay, in the virtual environment, people maybe only can focus 10 to 15 minutes, and we need to have some adjustment when we're setting up the agenda for keynotes or breakout section in hybrid event. So another tips or best practice for you is we need to leverage our exhibitor. Okay, I use the Palo Alto solution day for example again. They are one of the solution day, and they invite all their partner, around 10 to 20 exhibitor to join their virtual solution day. And they are using a very, very smart way to leverage their exhibitor, okay? They try to leverage their social media network, encourage them to do some gimmick to attract people to join their event. Don't forget that people, a lot of, most of the time people will say, okay, how we can attract people for our virtual event. But don't forget, whatever physical or virtual, you still need to think how you can attract people to your event, whatever physical or virtual. So in that case, they're using a lot of different ways like cash coupon, voucher to attract the people to join their virtual section. And most important is once you can leverage one exhibitor to use their social media to promote the event, all other exhibitors will follow the trend to post the same things on their social media level. And this is what I want to say, leverage your exhibitor social media level. And I still remember at that period, actually our whole LinkedIn is showing that event. So I think this is a very, very successful way for you to improve your awareness on your virtual event. And people also will really worry about, okay, physical, they're fine because they are familiar on physical event. But for the virtual, okay, they will really struggling on the level kick section because they're worried about, okay, between the exhibitor and the visitor, do they have enough tools for them to networking or engagement? So one of the tips for you guys is when you are trying to organize a virtual event, you need to make sure that the platform have enough tools for your visitor and exhibitor to doing the networking. For example, you can see some of the basic function like chat, text chat, or leave a message that's been an email to your exhibitor. And also you can scheduling some online or offline meeting, okay? For your team, like demo meeting, presentation meeting, 2 days after the event, something like that. Or even the video call. And video call also have some limitations. Some of the platform only can one-on-one, but some people want to have a one-to-many. So this part also is a very critical point for you to improve the engagement between exhibitor and visitor. And of course, live streaming also is a trend, because if you have a live streaming on your pool, actually your sales rep can keep doing the live streaming to introduce their product and make the people feel more close to the physical event. So all those two is very important for you in order to improve the engagement and networking between exhibitor and visitor. But one of the suggestion for you, which is also is a lesson learned from our customer, and you can see this is one of the customer we call Hong Kong Science and Technology Park, and also another one is one of our customer from Japan. They're doing a trade show. Both of them they have a physical live day, event day, and both of them also using a way to improve their engagement between exhibitor and visitor is they are starting to allow the visitor to start the book meeting function before the event day or even though after. So this is a very good example for why we need hybrid event. You can have your physical event, but you also can have a virtual platform to extend your engagement between visitor and your exhibitor, whatever before or after. So the result from the customer, I mean the feedback from the customer is quite good because people they don't they can engage the visitor or the exhibitor can talk to the visitor before the event or even after. So I think this is also is a very good suggestion when if you really have a physical or virtual event in the coming futures. And of course, analytics is also one of the very, very important for you when you're trying to consider the hybrid event. For the physical one, of course, you will have a lot of information from during your registration or even though check-in or during the conference or seminar session, you can have a lot of that kinds of data. But I can say if you have a virtual event at the same time, you can have more and more information because you know all the visitor and exhibitor actually they're engaging in the platform together. So other than the registration, seminar attendee, webinar attendee, you also can have more understanding on the visitor behavior. For example, if you are exhibitor, you can know which of your product is most popular during that exhibition period based on number of download for that product's leaflet. So this is just a very simple example for you to see. Analytics also is one of the key. If you can have a hybrid event, you can get more data from from the hybrid event platform. So go back to our customer Palo Alto again. You can see this is their managing director in Hong Kong posting those data after the event in his LinkedIn. So you can see in the solution they have over 900 people, attendees, and over 600 unique visitors to their booth. So this is also is a very, very good data for all the exhibitor organizers to measure their return on investment, ROI. And also, if you are organizing an event and you have over 600 people to visit your booth, I think this is also is a very good data for you to expand your business and doing the business during that unrest situation. And one more very important thing I would like to share is if you really want to have a good analysis after the event, you need to understand that, okay, because we are talking about hybrid, and if you're looking for the event management platform which cannot support for both virtual and physical, then we'll give you a lot of problem because you can see that chart. When you're organizing an event, you can have website registration form, but when you go into virtual or physical, you need to speak to system. At the end of the day, you need to measure the data by consolidate to platform data. This is very headache and time consuming. So one more tips for all of you is if you really want to organize a hybrid event, and I suggest you looking for the event management platform which can support you both virtual and physical. And I believe this is a very important for you have a better measurement or analytic after the event. So this is what we are trying to share for all of you. And I hope that 5 best practice can give you some idea how you can manage your event in a better way in the coming futures. So thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, Ricky, for introducing EventXtra platform to the events industry and sharing very useful tips in helping fellow event planners to be more ready for virtual or hybrid events. During the session, if you have any questions that you want to pose to Ricky, you may simply click on Programs in the main stage, followed by the Q&A button for this session, and you will be redirected to the Pigeonhole Live link, where you can pose your questions to Ricky directly. Alternatively, you may scan this QR code on screen. As we have a packed schedule ahead of us today, we will only be able to answer several hand-picked questions from the audience. But no worries if your question is not picked, because our speaker and his team will still be able to answer to your question in real time. Let's have Ricky back once again.
Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you for attending my session virtually. Actually, now I'm in Hong Kong. And I got a lot of questions. Actually, most of the question is asking us what is the big challenging for conducting a virtual event. In fact, I'm go through a bit of doing my presentation just now. One of the question is talking about what is the big challenging for conducting the virtual event is, I think, and how to encourage the people to sign up and turn up. I think just like what I mentioned during my presentation, whatever physical or virtual event, we still need to think about how we can attract the people to attend our event, whatever virtual or physical. So I think I give you some example just now. We need to have some gimmick or what, or we need to have some promotion. And what we learned from some of our clients is they really try to leverage a lot of, the power of the social media and leverage all their exhibitor. And even they're trying to play the game for all the visitors. For example, they're trying to give them some like a cash vouchers or coupon or a big gift like a mobile phone for all those visitors can fulfill their criteria, like go to every pool, go to like every product, something like that. So I think we have a lot of, the way to attract the people to join the virtual event. But the key thing is don't forget, okay, just like what I said, okay, don't think that, okay, it's a virtual event, we can, everything can automatic, can just play a magic, the people will come. No, just actually virtual event just a platform, okay, for you to conduct the event when you can't do any physical event. So I think this is one of. Another one of the very good question is, this is a quite practical question. Like, for example, they're asking me how we can, what we can do, okay, when during the conference, the speaker do not turn up and they have some technical issue in last minute, okay. I think this is a very good question. And just like what I mentioned during my presentation, of course, step one is we need to make sure that we can have enough preparation and rehearsal and make sure that all our speakers understand all the technical stuff. We can't assume those speakers understand, okay, what button is show, what button is mute the mic, what button can show their face. We cannot assume they know. We need to have enough preparation and rehearsal for all the speakers. But sometimes, whatever how much the rehearsal or preparation we did, we still have some technical issue. For example, like internet. Okay, if the internet connection is not very stable, then what we can do during the event when the event is going live, I think we can learn what we did in this conference. Okay, actually, what I presented just now is a recording, and now it's live. So I think one of the reasons why the organizers request all the speaker did the recording is because they have some concern on this, the internet stableness or not. So I think this is another things we can learn for Plan B. Okay, I think all the things about the hybrid or virtual event or rehearsal is all about Plan B. If in the last minute, okay, we find that the speaker really cannot show up, if we have a recording, we can just show the recording instead of the live. So I hope that I can answer your question. I think the last one should be someone asking us if we have any experience of hosting career fair. My answer is yes, we have a lot of that kind of experience. So most of our experiences come from career fair or some trade show or some solution day, just like what I showed you with some of our customer reference. And one more question is when an event is hybrid, how do you ensure that those attendants virtually will remain equally engaged as those who attended physically? Okay, so again, very good question. Just like what I presented before. First of all, if you want, we have a good enough engagement during the virtual event. You need to find a platform have good enough functionality to support them. For example, some platform only support chat, but if you really want to, all your attendants can have a video call, then this is another story. And you also need to make sure that, okay, you need to fully understand what is the key purpose for your event. Okay, if your event really want to make sure that, okay, all your visitor or exhibitor and all the attendants can chat or video call together. Okay, this is one of the type of the event. But some of the event, they really don't want all the exhibitor to talk to exhibitor. They only want the exhibitor talk to the visitor. This is another way. So I believe you really want to make sure that, okay, your event have good enough engagement between the visitor and exhibitor. I think first of all you need to set the key objective for your virtual event before you select any platform, and make sure that that platform can fit for what you're looking for. So I think okay. One last question. Have you had experience organizing virtual hands-on technical workshop? What are the things organizers should look out for? I think we did some similar things. Okay. We have experience to helping some customer doing some like a solution day, and the solution day they have some general section and breakout section. Okay, so during the breakout section, they will have different kind of workshop, and those workshops will have some like a one-way or two-way conversation, and most of the visitor can leave their message and share their idea during the workshop. So I think we did some similar things, but of course. All just like what I said, all depends on what is your key objective for that workshop. If you guys really looking for some platform like an idea, innovative sharing platform, I think they have a lot of that kind of platform on the market. But what we are doing is mainly is a event management platform for all hybrid event. So this is what we have. So good luck for the event for all of you in the coming future. Thank you very much.
A very big thank you to Ricky for taking time from your busy schedule to introduce more about EventXtra to the industry. When physical events return, event organizers may want to maintain the versatile and borderless digital environment for maximum outreach while reigniting the intimate and more friendly face-to-face meetings. Therefore, the transition to hybrid events seems like a natural trajectory forward. One fun fact on the ETS 2020 live site. When the team is reimagining what kind of experience to be introduced on the ETS platform, the EventXtra team recalled that navigation in the wide trade show hall may be challenging to some individuals who are less well versed with directions or map reading. Therefore, to simulate the trade show hall experience, we introduced the all-in-one floor plan overview in each attendee's navigation device. There is no need for figuring out where you are, where you want to go, and finally how to go about finding the way. Instead, you can just click and magically appear at wherever you want to go. This is just another perk of joining an online trade show when teleportation experience is made possible. You can tap on the navigation device to move from place to place. If you prefer a more visual view, the floor plan view is also available. Within your navigation device, you will notice a reimagined area called the recreational zone. Well, lunch break is just around the corner. If you want to try something fun, simply head down to the recreational zone where you can try out simple yet addictively fun games. After all, we all need a break from time to time. Alright, back to something more serious. Networking with fellow trade show delegates is a key component of attending a trade show. Therefore, you can access the networking zone to view fellow attendees joining in this EventXtra show. With the continuous stream of attendees, you will definitely meet many great minds and event enthusiasts on this platform where you can exchange ideas, discuss opportunities, and forge new partnerships. Exclusive to our premium access holders, you may exchange name cards with fellow delegates to further the conversation, even after the event. For your convenience, we also have a broad categorization of various industries, allowing you to quickly filter attendees by industry. Note that this event is an international event where attendees can join from any part of the world at any time of the day. So remember to come back to the networking zone tomorrow to continue mingling. Very soon, we will have our next session with Catalyst Global. We have Tim Wade, David Fortingham, David Simpsons, who will be presenting on the engagement solution, how to solve the biggest problem for online and hybrid events.